Hey everybody, what's going on tonight? Texas Redleg here. First, wanted to go ahead and reach out to all my subscribers and hopefully potential subscribers and tell you that I really appreciate you watching my videos. I hope we're learning from each other. That's what it's all about. And I appreciate the comments and interaction. So please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody's continued support and uh, the, being part of this prepper family that we all are so involved with and put so much effort and time and capital into. So I appreciate all you folks being part of it. So today's video, I wanted to talk about backups. And I've touched on it before. Backups, and backups encompasses quite a few areas. Number one, backup plans, A, B, and C, plus, plus, plus. With this latest weather event down here in Texas, boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of people learn that having a backup plan is a huge advantage, or if you don't have one, a huge disadvantage. So having a plan A, B, and C, plus, 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 can, number one, uh, make your life a hell of a lot easier, make your life a hell of a lot livable, more livable, and may just keep you alive. There were places down here in Texas that got so cold there was icicles hanging from the ceiling fans inside the house. There were toilet tanks that were frozen solid. And that's pretty damn cold. So having plans and then backups for those plans is critical. I encourage everybody to adopt backup plans. Second one that I like to talk about with regard to backups is just general materials. If you've got something that's difficult to find normally, or especially during, a situation like, like an election where the 2A's threatened and this and that, or other, maybe other regulated type items, and you have a feeling or a hunch that things are going to start disappearing or becoming more difficult to get, you might want to start getting more than just one. Special hardware, special parts, vehicle fluids, special fluids for your vehicles, etc. If you know that you're going to be cooking on an open fire for a while, you might want to get yourself a good, the Dutch oven, cast iron Dutch oven, or cast iron skillet, something like that that's durable that you're going to be cooking on for a while. Just stuff like that, and go ahead and get two if you can afford it. If you've got something that is hard to get, and it's always hard to get, and you find it, buy two of them. Another one is tools. Tools, especially hand tools. Of course, I'm talking about different types of saws and screwdrivers, different types of things like that make your life a lot easier. If you don't have power, you got to have a hand tool. Power tools are great. I love them. Use them all the time. But if you don't have power or a way to get to power, then you're stuck with a hand tool. And so I would invest in a set of decent hand tools if I were you. And, keep them in a special bag or a special case where you know where they're at, and you'll always have tools to use if the power goes out and you don't have a way to make your own power. However, if you have backup plans and you're a true prepper and you've been caught out with no juice before, or maybe you live in a hurricane-prone area, you probably want to get yourself a generator, or maybe you already have a generator. Maybe your cord to that generator, and connecting it to the house, that transition or transfer box, they call it, transfer switch. Maybe you need to get a second cord just in case that one burns out or something goes wrong with it. You know, special cords and electrical items you probably ought to have backups of, you know, adapters, things like that. Things that you see the parts to something that say if this isn't working, or if this is unavailable, this tool won't work. So focus on the things that are critical to a tool or some type of material working properly. And if the answer is it won't work without this little piece, get extra pieces. Preps. Focus on the hard to get stuff, the 2A stuff. Okay, if the PPE, if the 2A stuff ever levels out, I would suggest you start buying. And that's all the way from seeds to sticks to accessories. PPE is another one. You know, masks, different things like that. Gloves. You know, first aid stuff. Fuels. Propane, gasoline, diesel, cooking fuels. Little propane bottles for your stove or your grill or your heater. Temporary power stuff. Generators, man, solar, huge. In this last event that came through Texas, this winter event, I'll tell you what, if I hadn't had a gas fireplace, it would have been really uncomfortable. Now I had some gas heaters, propane driven heaters that are more of like for camping and such, but I would have been okay. But the fireplace made it more comfortable. And of course it heated a bigger area better than a little, you know, camping heater would. But prepping should never stop, and prepping should really increase and get hardcore when things start to level out. You know, the time to prep and buy all this stuff isn't when the crisis is occurring. It's obviously leading up to the crisis. That's why we prep. We prep so we don't have to have difficult times and go out with the animals and wait in line and all that stuff. Okay? So prepping serves a purpose, and we ought to learn from the stuff that we may have fell short on, or stuff that we didn't do completely, or learn from other people that didn't do anything, that just, you know, sat there and froze to death, or starved, or had icicles hanging from their ceiling fans. I mean, that's crazy. So I think there's going to be a lot of preppers that join the community here pretty soon. I think it hit enough people in the face to make them understand what we're talking about. And I certainly don't wish ill on anybody, and I'm glad that people are waking up, but people shouldn't have had to go through that hard of a time and that much difficulty to understand that prepping is just a way to enhance your life and survive. Keep your kids safe, your family safe, your friends safe, your home safe. So hopefully people are waking up. You know, with that, you know, the drawback to that is there's going to be more people out there hunting stuff. So you got to be into it, or, you know, you're just going to be hung out. And to be into it, you sort of have to be an opportunist. You have to be able to go get it when it's available, you know, and buy it right then. So anyway, I hope everybody's ready for the weekend. I hope everybody is okay and safe and doing the best you can. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody's feedback and commentary and, you know, interaction. I think it's great. So with that, keep prepping, stack it deep, and long live the Republic.